Rico Suave with hiphopgrind.net, and I'm about to interview Chi-Town's rapper Really Doe. Yo, this your man Really Doe, aka Really D. Williams. You already know what it is. Good music / cartel, stand up. Most definitely put your C's up for cartel. We're getting it popping. Fresh from south side of Chicago, 87th Street. I'm in Los Angeles right now at the Roosevelt Hotel. We're getting it in. They saying the ghost of Marilyn Monroe floating around this bitch somewhere, but if it is, lift up the dress for me at night. But we having fun out here, palm trees, getting it in, enjoying myself. First Impressions available at iTunes right now. You guys might be familiar with me off Kanye's sophomore album, which is late registration. Me, him, and Nas got a song together called We Major. Also, me and Kanye got a song together called Plastic. Also, you might be a little bit more familiar with me off the IMTV run, Me GLC, Consequence, off that Disperse song, which is off of Consequence's album, Don't Quit Your Day Job, dropping good music. Right about now, we're getting everybody in tune with what I got going on. My first project, which is called First Impressions. It's a classic. We got features on there from the homie Kanye, of course GLC, Malik Yousef, and my hit single Mesmerized featuring my man Danny Klein. And check out. Well, of course, Opera Love is one of them, most definitely. I love Plastic. I love so many of them. I mean, you know, I love my single Mesmerized. I love RPS. I love Roll Out too. Roll Out has a most definitely positive message. You know, that lets the world know and people don't ever let anybody tell you what you can't do. Aim for the sky and get out your dreams, baby. You can only stop yourself. That's one thing about me. It's like I'm not just a gimmick rapper, and so many rappers, they hang themselves like that because they see what's going on out here in the industry and the world, and they just try to mimic it, and then they end up hanging themselves. And that's like, how can I be successful, or how can I win by repeating what's going on? You know, and it's like, how can I say I'm the savior of, you know, what the streets and what the world is missing if I'm not creating my own sound? So that's something most definitely I went in for when it came to creating First Impressions. No 9?
Yeah.
Most definitely Jay, DOA, you know? I mean, when Jay dropped DOA, that for auto-tune, it was just like, the world was just most definitely missing, you know, just that raw hip-hop sound. You know, and he came out hard. I might wear black for a year straight, you know. Everybody was like, you know, it's been a lot of things going on for us, like, you know, like the tight pants and different things like that, and, you know, men not really dressing like men, so. I mean, that's not the shit on anybody or knock anybody's hustle. How they move, because, you know, man, get it, you know what I'm saying? I salute anybody who's getting out their dream. But at the end of the day, it was like, I can relate more to that whole movement. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's jeans too tight, you know, and shit like that. So, so I was happy to hear him come back hard and hear him come back with that fresh sound that hip-hop was actually missing. Not to say you can't grow with the time, or your ass will get left behind. So if you look at and listen to this album, it does has futuristic sounds and different things like that too, so we still can relate to 2009, which First Impressions most definitely does have futuristic sounds, crazy lyrics, like songs like Checking In, and you know, whereas people most definitely in Europe can like relate to and go crazy off of and just enjoy themselves. Tour, yeah, it was a chick my guys called a Swim Fan. She actually followed us from state to state. I mean, crazy Korean girl. Just going wild, just going nuts, you know what I'm saying? Just loving, just being the presence in the midst of the G. And most definitely it was fun. We enjoyed ourselves. We kicked it. But yeah, all the time, man, it's a crazy fan experience. Actually in Santa Cruz, I had some fans come up to me and they was like, you know, basically they was high schoolers, so you know, like, and they was asking for like autographs, I'm signing shoes and different things like that. But to have like a high school girl come up to me and say, "Can you sign my tit?" It's like some, it's like some crazy off the wall type shit right about that, you know. And most definitely the pimping, it's not going down that road. So fall back up that whole episode. Oh yeah, well Kanye, you know, I'm forever good music. You know, that's my man. Actually, I was with him last night in the studio. You know, so my relationship with Kanye is great. You know, he's one of my best friends, and by saying that, by me creating this album, I didn't call up on him to actually step forward and create everything, because you don't want people to say, oh, this is only happening for Really Doe, or this album is this good because Kanye had his hands in everything. So it's like the gift and the curse, but you can't get caught up into that, because what person wouldn't want to have the Kanye West stamp of approval? So you most definitely can't let that shit beat you over the head. But you can be overshadowed by such a superstar. So therefore, when I shot the Mesmerize video, I didn't even really call upon him for a cameo. Or when we created me, Cartel, Griffin Gas, when we created the First Impressions album, Sean Bonds, it was more of like, all right, we know Kanye is here. And I've been around the making of so many creative albums throughout my lifetime with Kanye. Whereas I knew what to write, I knew what instrumentation to bring in, I knew what to do to create a strong album without him. And not only that too, it kind of like shows the world that I'm not riding Kanye's back to be successful in this music biz. Well, I would love to work with Jay, even though I've been around him a lot. I would love to work with Eminem, Beyonce. I love Gwen Stefani's voice. I would love to work with her. Like I say, I would like to work with a lot of older artists who's most definitely been getting in there for a while and prove themselves to the industry. Because, like I say, I'm more of a fan of a lot of the older artists than I am the new generation, which I do like a lot of the new generation, as far as like the Cuddies and the Drakes, and of course I love Wayne. Most definitely me and Wayne can collab on something I think it'll be great. Quite monstrous, to be honest.
Beyonce, Rihanna, or Amber Rose?
Beyonce.
Okay. Nikes, Adidas, or Timbs?
Nikes.
Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Tupac or Biggie?
Wow. Wow, this is big right here. I would say, you said one word. I want to explain myself off this one, though.
Okay.
I would say I love how Tupac touched people, and I love the lyrics of Biggie. I love the influence Tupac had on the world, whereas he was able to motivate everybody, and just like if Tupac, eventually I feel like Tupac was going to turn this shit around and be like the voice for like the thugs and make them quit out a lot of bullshit that's going on. And Big, just overall lyrics is Big was just so ahead of his time. Trying to put 700s, they ain't made them yet. Shit like that. And it's just like his lyrics, his patterns, and just nasty all around. But it's kind of hard for me to choose between those two, because I was such a huge fan of both those guys, But, like I say, I've always been a cat that loved lyrics, and I always also been a cat that loved to have fun and speak a lot of real shit, because I grew up on the south side of Chicago, which is very good, 87th Street. So to have like a Tupac, a voice of our time, express itself, most definitely I can relate to it.
Okay, hip hop or R&B?
Hip hop.
White or black?
Black.
Usher or Chris Brown?
Wow. Wow. Well, I toured with both those guys before, and they're pretty cool. But I'm thinking Usher. I have to go with Usher, but Chris Brown right about now for like the new youth, and Chris Brown is the new guy, to be honest with you. But I have to roll with Usher because he's done so much. It takes a lot for Chris Brown to like actually get the Usher stamp right about now. Usher's been around for a long time, You can't just really take that away from him yet. Chris Brown need maybe like a few more years to like get that Usher stamp. Not to say he ain't the beast, because I love his music also.
Okay, and would you be willing to take a track or a beat from Soulja Boy?
You know what? No. I would, because I feel like Soulja Boy, most definitely, he know what's going on right about now. I respect his grind. I love how he's able to. I love how he became a millionaire out of his room. As far as like sitting back, using access to the internet and different things like that. So you can never knock like what he does, because he's intelligent as hell to be that young, and he's getting money. So yeah, most definitely I would accept the track from Soulja Boy and the 16.
Yeah, this is Rico Suave with Rapper Really Doe, and we just did an exclusive interview for hiphopgrind.net.
Oh yeah, you already know. With my man Rico. Oh yeah. Thanks for having me, man. Most definitely. Chicago Stand Up World Stand Up First Impressions available at iTunes right now. It's a classic album. It's something on there for everybody. People who don't even like rap music, I put something on it to bless your ears with. Please support it. We're number 7 right now on the hip hop charts on iTunes. Hitting the stores later on this month, late October. Video Mesmerize dropping on BET real soon, baby. We getting it in. Stop playing. Cop the album. We out, baby.